Okay, so I'd love to hear, how did you get involved with Handshake? And can you introduce yourself and what you do?
I'm Alexander Shevtsov. I'm an independent developer. Currently, I reside in Moscow, and I'm also a master's degree computer science student. And I came to Handshake almost a year ago. A friend of mine asked me to help him to set up the node and to automate some tasks, for example, like reveals. It was not possible at that moment to do so. And from that moment, I was kind of involved with the community, and that proceeded so on. Next, after some time, we've created HNSnetwork, the most stable block explorer for the current moment.
Awesome.
By the way, unfortunately, we had missed the auction for the name HNSnetwork. So if the owner hears me now, please contact me, because we really want this name, and we will suggest you a nice offer. So
Awesome.
if you hear me, please contact. I do some tiny contributions to documentation, to the node, and mostly that's all. And sometimes I help with support, because there are a lot of people who it's really tough for them to set up the node. And if there is a person who tries something to by himself, not just asking dumb questions, then me or someone else helps him in the chat. So that's kind of my involvement with the project.
Great. Yeah, HNSnetwork is a great site. A lot of us use that for Block Explorer. Can you explain how did it, so it started, was that the project from a year ago? So it's 1 year ago you started?
I've heard for the first time about the Handshake a year ago, and then maybe for whole summer I was helping with automating some tasks and creating some kind of web wallet, but for a private use. And then it was obvious that existing explorers were not so useful, they were not so stable, and I and my friend created a brand new one.
Cool.
So okay. That's how it was.
That's exciting. That's exciting. What got you most excited about Handshake?
I guess the most exciting is that it's community driven. So the commercial benefit does not eclipse the technology, and the technology itself is really tremendous and great. It's natural to use blockchain to solve the domain name system. So it's the most exciting that it's community driven, and it's well, at least for the moment, for the current moment, it's more about technology, not commercial benefit. So that's for me.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I know that Russia's got a lot. They're talking about kind of their own internet, I believe.
For the moment, it's more like Ramos, and it's not so serious. But yes, there are definitely such talks. I don't know what will be in future, but for the current moment, it's not so serious.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm actually in China, and they have their own internet basically here. So I hope it doesn't happen more places. So what are some of, so HNSnetwork, of course, is a great one for Block Explorer. I use that a lot. Is there other projects you're working on, or things in the future that we could know about?
For the current moment, no. We have a lot of ideas for the Explorer, but currently I have my final exams upcoming, and I really don't have much time to spend on the Handshake.
Okay, no problem. It's a great. I'm on the site now. It's really a very clean and simple site. So what are some ways that you would think others could get involved with Handshake?
Well, the first, the most straightforward is to initiate mass adoption. So to create a browser, for example, it's possible. I think the most easy way is to start with the Tor browser because it's open source and people use it. So to let people to be able to use just Handshake. So it's the most important and the most straightforward thing how to make it popular and how to help it.
Okay.
Maybe just is some naive opinion, but still.
No, it's true. It's true. We need more adoption. And I mean, that's what I love about it is, like you said, the community effort. That's also what attracted me. And, people all around the world, right? Any background, any age can just become involved, right? There's no permission needed. You can set up a node. Honestly, I don't even know how a block explorer works, but basically you're
there were some block explorers before, like a module for the node itself that you can run locally. But a typical block explorer, it needs a synced node, and for you to be able to look up through the blocks, through the names, you need some additional technologies. So it's not. There are some complications there.
Okay, understand. Let me think of some other points. I mean, so once you finish your exams, I hope you continue with Handshake. I mean, it's really great to have your contributions. I wish I was more technical, but I guess we all have our role, right? I'm trying to help, get more people to know about it, and you're building amazing things on it, which is really, really great. Is there some tips you would give for developers? I guess you said adoption, but what about like a new developer hearing about this maybe today? What would you tell them?
One point that I was thinking about is actually I think the Handshake is lacking the full description like on a white paper, and it's really hard to grasp the how it works by the code. So there is no like a big explanation of different parts of the node, and it's really hard if you haven't used it much to understand it. So it's a complication. So the solution to it is not to depend on the documentation, but to read the code. But it's kind of bad practice. So it's one of the things that Handshake lacks, and perhaps if to go further, it has only one implementation, so it has no, I don't know, maybe Golang node and some services. Some will certainly use it if there is one.
Okay.
So all in all, it's you need to read the code because sometimes there is no documentation.
Understand. Yeah, that's great though. I mean, thanks for the tip for the developer community. And you're also, I mean, there's Telegram groups, like you said. There's Namebase's Discord. There's a lot of communities. Which ones would you recommend, or do you think are helpful?
The most prominent is the Telegram developers chat, but we mostly discuss the exactly development questions, and it's definitely not for the name-based support. So people asking questions about their transactions will get banned, and we don't really love them. So personally, I don't use Discord, and so just stick to Telegram. And if you have well constructed, well questioned, so you can ask, and not even a question, just some discussion, some idea, and it certainly will have attention there.
Okay. Well, this has been great. I appreciate you sharing. We'll have this on our HandyCon events. So it's just to recap. You're in Moscow in computer science degree, and a year ago. So just for people, that was like March 2020, about like in the spring of 2020, you heard about it, and
yeah.
And then have help with the development and friends projects, and then led you to helping with HNSnetwork.com, which is a block explorer. It's true. Like, I agree. Like, I don't want to pick on the other ones that were before earlier, but it's true. Some of them didn't update or give errors. But yeah, this one has been really a more stable block explorer, so people can look up their transactions and see what's happening on a blockchain, which has been amazing. And then Telegram developer group for Handshake. Okay, I think that's all I have. Is there anything else you want to add to this?
No, I think that's all, Mike. Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for coming on, Alexander. Thanks for your contributions to the community and the developer community and the projects you help with. Thanks.